What's up, Aquarius Collective? Thank you for joining me for your reading. Um, if this is your first time joining me, my name is Keita, and welcome. And if you've been following me for a little minute now, thank you for coming back. Thank you for the support. Um, y'all, I just killed a salad wrap. So I'm just realizing I got a little bit in my teeth. So if you see something, don't talk about me. I was just trying to get a little nourishment. I've already pulled the cards to get a little peek into you guys' energy, and this is pretty dope. Some good energy coming through. So for those of you who have been experiencing some ascension symptoms, I'm about to attempt to give you some insight as to what's going on with the Aquarius collective along the journey. I want you all to always keep in mind that things may be hitting you guys with some extra intensity along the journey if you are an Aquarius sun sign or have Aquarius energy in your chart, because we as a collective are ushering in the age of Aquarius. If you're not familiar with what the age of Aquarius is, you definitely want to do some research. There's lots of information out there about the coming of the age of Aquarius. And so it's not something that's super like quick and fly by night, you know what I'm saying? I think the ages span over a few thousand years or something like that. Like, it's a long time. So we're exiting the age of Pisces and entering the age of Aquarius. And so that energy is going to have like extra effect on those of you who are Aquarius sun signs or have Aquarius somewhere in your birth chart. The energy that came out for you guys is one, the Sword of Light. If I could pick up the card. Sword of Light. Divine protection. Cords cut. Breakthrough energy. Know that no matter how like your life may feel like it's being turned upside down, or you're having epiphanies, aha moments, and breakthroughs don't always come like impulsively. Sometimes breakthroughs develop over time, but know that the energy that is around and within you right now is supporting you having breakthrough. So that's why you're going through what you're going through, or you're experiencing what you're experiencing on a day-to-day. Know that you're protected. Y'all got huge protection energy in this reading. The Sword of Light particularly reminding me of the protection of Archangel Michael, whose energy helps us to cut cords to toxicity, cut cords to things and people and habits and behaviors and thought patterns and things of that nature that no longer serve us, that are holding us back. So you may be receiving signs and synchronicities to work with your root chakra, because Archangel Michael is very connected to root chakra work. Hearing a lot of sirens, police sirens, fire sirens. You may be seeing the number 911 a lot, which is very symbolic of Archangel Michael's support. And damn, I wish I had that, but I gotta just redo my setup, because the table I got right now that I do my readings on, it's a bit too small to be like keeping books on it. But I'm gonna switch some shit around so that I can have some of my resources available and tap into that and like share it with y'all, because there's a book I got on archangels that has come to mind, but I don't feel like getting up to go get it. Maybe I will share it on the community board for you all, since it came up in the reading. But yeah, y'all got that Sword of Light energy protecting you, and also bringing clarity. You know, the sword represents clarity, ideas, thoughts, breakthrough thoughts, like a whole new shift in your philosophy and the way you operate logically, as well as communication. So you may find yourself communicating your truth a bit more just off 511, and that communication may be causing some conflict or even some confusion in your life. But as long as you're clear and you're speaking from your internal truth, so be it. Know that you are protected, and that you are not only protected in this physical realm but energetically. So as you are moving and ascending through realms, through past lives, and able to connect and tap into your future and see beyond the illusions of what's going on in the present, you are protected by the Merkaba. The Merkaba is this image right here. It's a chariot that carries us from realm to realm as we are elevating and growing and learning and expanding. We're covered by light in this form. So when you're meditating, you can imagine yourself in the center of the Merkaba, and in this pyramid shape going in different directions. There's this light that covers you as you move throughout these realms, so that your energetic your light body does not burn out, or what do they call it when when like a circuit shorts, you know what I'm saying, like too much power coming through, and so the circuit shorts type of thing, so that does not happen to you. You're protected by the Merkaba. So a lot of you are experiencing a Merkaba activation. There are crystals in the shape of a Merkaba. There's Merkaba like jewelry and talismans that you can buy to help support you as you have these experiences as well. But the Merkaba protects you, so that's why I said you got protection all the way around. And the energy of the Merkaba activation is transcendence, ascension. You are rising up. That's why you having to cut away those things that no longer serve you. Because like Erykah Badu's Bag Lady. Bag lady, you gon' miss your bus. You can't hurry up, cause you got too much stuff. You had some shit weighing you down, but now that you're getting rid of those things, you're detaching, you're practicing the law of detachment, you're speaking your peace, you're speaking your mind, you're telling people how you feel about things, you're speaking your truth, you're coming to know the truth, you're seeing through the illusion, you're able to move lighter, and that is helping you to ascend because you don't have so much stuff weighing you down. So congratulations to you all, Aquarius, for the elevation that is taking place within you and around you. And I know from my personal journey, like sometimes it be a minute before you see the fruits of your labor when it comes to doing your spiritual work, doing your shadow work, your inner child healing, going to therapy, getting readings, getting spiritual baths and cleansings, Reiki services, and just meditating, just like doing your light work and doing your shadow work. Sometimes the fruits of your labor feels delayed, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it, and it always comes. And when it comes, it always comes in divine timing. But I hope that the work that you've been doing, that you at least internally, like from your soul, feel better. I hope it makes you feel better to intrinsically, to just be doing that work, to finally be like, damn, okay, I didn't know these tools were available to me to heal these things, or I didn't know these things needed to be healed within me. But damn, I'm grateful that I now know. I'm grateful that the sword of light has now revealed to me what that is, and that there are resources out there, people out there, communities out there who can support me through healing these things. I hope that that's the standpoint and the philosophy that you guys have around the work that you're doing to heal yourself. Because what that means is that you're a healer. The mark of a true healer is your that healer's ability to have healed themselves. And so we're always on this journey, growing and expanding and elevating. But this message tells me that you guys have really been doing your work. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been in hermit mode. You've been in high priest mode or high priestess mode, and you're diving deep and going within. So it's looking like many of you maybe even have taken some time to like go into hibernation, and you kind of like in your winter energy already, even though it's fall and winter has not quite ushered itself in the physical, and that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to take that time to just explore where you are on your journey, how far you've come, and also where you want to go, so that you can start manifesting um like the chariot, moving in that direction in alignment with that which your heart desires. And so at the top of the deck, you have, I'm gonna read the message of Sword of Light and Merkaba activation when I finish clarifying with the tarot. But at the top of the deck, you have the Stellar Gateway activation, and you can see this portal of light here, and beyond it is some pyramids. And I have been having some very vivid Egyptian, not dreams, but visions when I'm meditating. It's not the first time. It's nothing new, just all 1111, as that very much represents moving through a manifestation portal, because many of you have lifetimes in Egypt, and so you're tapping into your past lives. You're tapping into your gifts that you carry from your lifetime in Egypt. That shit is still in your DNA. I know it's in mine. I've had a professional past life regression where I saw my past life in Egypt. Like I said, I've seen various visions during meditation of myself in Egypt or as some Egyptian deity. I've seen hieroglyphics that have been like sending me particular messages. And so if that's your experience, that is very symbolic of you moving through this stellar gateway activation. I damn near want to read the message for this one too. But it says infinite potential and manifestation vortex. And as a matter of fact, this the circle around this here portal has hieroglyphs in it. There's a pathway leading you to tapping into your limitlessness, where you once had doubt, fear, and looked at yourself as someone who's limited by your circumstances or your upbringing or your skin color, your mindset, your race, your sex, your past. You know what I'm saying? No, your past in this lifetime ain't got shit on your past as a royal Egyptian being in another or other lifetimes. And so you're tapping into that. The divine is taking you way, way back to pull from your wealth of knowledge, wisdom, talent, and skill, so that you can answer your calling and live out your calling and purpose in this lifetime. And that is dope as hell. So y'all are going through this major manifestation vortex, right? The stellar gateway activation is taking place. Y'all have got to be very mindful. We have got to be very mindful of what we say, what we think, because as a master manifester, that shit is happening swiftly. Like, you saying one thing and you blink and it has come to pass. You know what I'm saying? Or you're intentionally manifesting something that otherwise would take years, and you're seeing it right before your eyes in months. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing, because our ability to manifest works both ways depending upon the energy that we put out there. You put out negative energy or negative karma or negative manifestation, that's what you're going to get. And the same for the positive. So I hope that you all are being intentional about manifesting positivity in your life. And at the bottom of the deck, and when it's all said and done, is an Orion activation. And here you have these two pillars, which is like another gateway, but opposed to you being led into Egyptian energy or even a past life to draw from that energy and that experience. This one leads off into the cosmos with this Orion activation. So many of you may connect with Orion as a star seed, but this is an energy of the supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. Like I said about your past, it ain't got shit on what lies in your DNA and what you've experienced in past lives. Who you are in your totality is not just who you are in this lifetime. And I hope that you all find joy in knowing that, because you're experiencing a rebirth. You're evolving and stepping out into this world as a completely new being. I'm talking about cellular renewal. You've renewed your mind. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible, I can't remember the particular one, but it's creating me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. Because at some point when I began to resonate with that scripture, I knew that was what it needed. I needed my spirit to be renewed. And so that is what's going on with you all as well. You may even start to see some changes, upgrades, renewal, in terms of how you present yourself to the world, how you dress, how you look. You might be changing it up with your hair or your nails or your wardrobe or your living arrangements, or your environment, your work environment, the places that you frequent. Things are changing and changing for the better as a result of this renewal. And you're getting like a new lease on life with this Orion activation, because you're now operating more from your higher self. You're making decisions now that you can see clearer as a result of this sword of light and this Merkaba activation. So you got literally 3 activation cards here. So it's safe to say y'all activated out here in these streets, and that's what you're in the midst of. So excuse me, many of you may be going through or have gone through the dark night of the soul, and on your way out of it, having gone through that ego death, where you're able to see now where your ego was sending you out and taking the front seat, the driver's seat. The ego was taking the wheel when all along it was needing to take a back seat and only take the forefront when needed, when necessary, you know what I'm saying, when called for. And that's a humbling experience. I've been going through an ego death myself, especially as it relates to healing lack and poverty consciousness in my life. And so I get it. I totally get it. It has created immense change within me, but it's necessary, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing, because it's a lesson that God handcrafted for me. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to tell God that was the wrong lesson, or it wasn't a good lesson? No, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the ups. I'm grateful for the downs. I'm grateful for the confusion. I'm thankful for the light. I'm thankful for the clarity, the wisdom that I've now gained as a result of my experiences. And I'm looking forward to what's ahead, you know what I'm saying? As well as making the attempts to be present and intentional. So I advise that you all do the same. I'm going to clarify this message for you all, Aquarius, with... I was going to clarify with the tarot, as I have been for everybody else, but I am feeling a strong pull to pull from the Sacred Travelers deck to get a glimpse into the energy of where you are on your journey. And I felt a throb in my crown chakra when I looked over here at the Sacred Travelers. So that's what we're going to do. Because one thing I do try to do is be obedient, child. I don't see the point of having the gift of foresight and even hindsight, because I've learned so many valuable lessons in hindsight. But connecting to the divine and having had a crown chakra activation and psychic gifts and clairvoyance and all of that, and then don't use it and honor it. You know what I'm saying? So when I get these nudges, I really do try to make be intentional about being obedient, but not from a place of, oh, God gonna whoop me if I don't. It's just me honoring and showing appreciation for even having the gifts, for even receiving the messages. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was talking about how they don't take issue with people who identify as more spiritual, but they know who they got to answer to at the end of the day, so they only go so far or something like that. It was like some of that slave mentality, master gonna get me if I do this type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't operate like that. I operate from the law of karma. And so that's where I be coming from with it. Not on some, oh, if I don't listen to the intuitive nudge that I get, I'm going to be on, God going, the Sky Daddy going to put me on punishment. You know what I'm saying? I don't live like that. That's one of the things about not being religious that I enjoy. All that old oppressive ass thinking. Finding sanctuary. Opening to your spiritual source. Yeah, y'all rising up as a result of these activations, and you're opening more to the divine, to your spiritual source. A lot of you are you're going within, and you're going into your sanctuary. You're finding sanctuary within you. Whereas you once were living from a space where you didn't feel safe, and so you didn't trust others, and you were living from paranoia opposed to pronoia, and believing that things are working out for your good. So you're finding peace within and opening to more connection, different connections, ways to connect with the divine. I tell people all the time, one of the biggest mistakes we make along this journey is how we at some point tend to minimalize and marginalize the divine. I can find connection with the divine and seeing a butterfly. I can find connection with the divine and seeing numbers. I can find connection with the divine in certain smells and environments. You know what I'm saying? I connect with the divine and completely have church just in the tub or washing dishes, but opening to your spiritual source in a myriad of ways, which means y'all are spending a lot of time in solitude, having deeper experiences and more intimate experiences with not only God and how it is expressed outside of you, but also within you. Just saw 2222 confirming that comment I made about connection, because tools are all about connecting. So then you have reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly, but it came out in the reverse, because that is the thing that you guys have yet to do. Like, you find in sanctuary and opening to your spiritual source, but you have not stepped out to let your light shine and let other people know, like, the type of shit you on now, what you learn and what you're discovering about yourself, what your gifts and talents are, and really letting your light shine. But y'all gonna get there in due time. Like, it ain't gonna leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? It's going to, like I said in one of those readings, like that Aretha Franklin song, it's gonna knock on your door and tap on your window pane until you answer that calling. But in this card you have, and I just mentioned it, a blue butterfly, because you're experiencing transformation and you have a destination in mind. Like, for many of you, God has shown you throughout these activations and this ascension process where you're headed, but you haven't stepped out of hermit mode or your solitude, or even like your, I ain't gonna call it cognitive dissonance, because that's not the energy that's coming through, but you haven't stepped out and shown this to people, and you haven't taken like those steps toward reaching your destination yet publicly. This is a lot of private work that I'm seeing here, especially with reaching your destination coming out in reverse. But you about to, though. You about to tap into that passion and pleasure. About to tap into what it is that you're passionate about, approach who it is that you're passionate about, and start savoring life more. These people in this image, they're dancing, they got a little bonfire going on, they got their instruments out underneath the moonlight, you got people watching and being entertained. This is about to be us, you know what I'm saying, as a collective, out enjoying life in community with like-minded people, with where we can be more lighthearted and don't feel like we got to be so buttoned up and put on pretenses. We ain't got to worry about nobody judging us because we not the expert on some shit. We can share our testimonies and our stories, and we can have fun, people we can laugh and cry with, you know what I'm saying, and most importantly, experience passion and pleasure. Having those tantric experiences where you're exploring what tastes good to you, what smells good to you, what feels good to you, who feel good to you. You know what I'm saying? That is the energy that is coming forth for you all as a result of the work that you've been doing. This is the reward of having undergone a complete transformation, rising like the phoenix from the ashes. It's some people that never thought they would see you rise from the type of shit that you was caught up in at one point, or your mind state. It's some people who know you and have been around you, and they know how you operate. They know your patterns, and they, just like you, always thought that would be the case, or just like your lower self. But there's always been a part of you that has had a desire for more, that has had a desire to rise up. And so now that is manifesting in you, you having a fresh new way of living emerge in your life. Because that's what this is. A fresh new way of living emerges. Flying high, being able to see things from a different perspective, being led by your passions, being led by your intuition, being led by your crown chakra. No longer looking at yourself as the underdog, but a king or an emperor, you know what I'm saying, as one who is worthy and deserving of everything that the locust stole. You coming for it. I'm proud of y'all. And as a result of that, miracles are unfolding in your life. This cat here is like Alibaba, or what's the cat name? Aladdin. Ain't that Aladdin with the genie? You're a master manifester. And there's this word emerging keep coming up. Look up the word emerging, and don't just look up one definition. Look up a few of them to see what they have in common and how it resonates with where you are on the journey. Because there's a new version of you, a new way of living, a renewed, rebirthed version of you that is emerging. And with that experience comes miracles. That shit you never thought you'd see unfold, that you didn't think was possible, the stuff you once didn't think you were worthy of, the stuff that other people didn't think you were worthy of. You're going to be amazed at how many people enjoy the lower vibrational version of you and want you to stay in that space because of how they benefited from you showing up in such a low vibratory way, in your egoic personality. They enjoyed that because you were, sorry to say it, a pawn in their game. But God has bigger plans for you. And so stepping into this, again, rewards, miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. This probably finna be a long one because I said I was going to read the messages of the Sword of Light and Merkaba activation, and I sleep want to read miracles. But we gonna see. I'm gonna let the spirit move me on that. I'm just flipping through and don't even know what the hell I'm looking for. Sword of Light. Aquarius, this is dope as hell. Y'all really about to be leading the pack when it comes to this age of Aquarius energy, because that's naturally your energy. It says the Sword of Light is the main energetic tool of Archangel Michael, the Prince of Heaven. His name means he who is like God, and he is considered Source's right-hand man. He is the Archangel who has chosen to guide and protect all light workers. Anyone who is feeling called to make a difference on this planet can be guided and supported by him. The Sword of Light has been pictured as both a spear of light and a lightning bolt. Either way, it's a powerful symbol of truth and spiritual power. In African traditional religions, one of the energies that I resonate with most, and it's been confirmed that in terms of having parents in the Orisha pantheon, Shango is my father. And so how they say like you Shango is like a warrior energy. He's a young, vibrant, muscular, physically active, fit warrior, and his symbol is that of lightning. You know, the Orishas govern different weather, natural forces or weather forces, right? And so Shango is my father, so to speak. I'm not initiated into Ifa or nothing like that, but I definitely resonate with those practices because it's in my lineage, and I've spent past lives in Africa, where that is the prominent religion. As a matter of fact, my heritage results revealed that I have like 40 some odd percent. I think it's Nigerian, and Yoruba religion is the dominant religion in Nigeria, and Ifa is a part of it. So it all makes sense. But so Shango, I resonate with tough, and Shango is a warrior. So look up Shango. It's either gonna be Chango or Shango. And just like in this realm, they say women aspire to be with men who are like their fathers. Well, Oshun being my mother, the feminine energy that I resonate with the most, Shango is her lover. And for many of you, you all have that Shango energy as well, that warrior energy as well. And I've always associated Archangel Michael with Shango because they have very similar energies with that protective energy, cutting the cords, and being symbolized by lightning. Lightning represents power and truth. So they operate in power and in truth. So it says, even though it is carried by Michael, it can be invoked by all of those working in the light to help them move beyond blockages and limitations and to sever cords of fear. Joan of Arc invoked it when she was going into battle. If you know anything about Joan of Arc, you know Joan of Arc was that girl. Joan of Arc was that androgynous female energy who went to war with a man. You hear me? She was a warrior. You know what I'm saying? And so she called on the energy of Archangel Michael when she was at battle, when she was cutting cords and cutting people. So it says, when this card comes to you, know that it is confirmation that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference on the planet. It's also a sign that you have the opportunity to sever connections to fears and limitations. Energetic cords bind us to situations, loved ones, and even the past, but you are in transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections, dramas, and fears. Know that there will be a great severing at this time, and you might feel isolated for a moment as you will be reconfiguring your circle of trust and moving into a life that is in greater alignment with your highest good. Know that the cords that bind you to loved ones and soul family will remain intact. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. Expect breakthroughs and doors of opportunity opening for you. If you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, know that his energy is with you now. I am living proof that when you go through this here type of ascension or activation, people gonna start falling by the wayside. Again, they no longer align with who you've elevated to be. And that comes with a certain sense of grief, or resentment or disappointment, but it behooves us all to accept that for what it is, as an opportunity to make room for higher vibrational connections and community, and to not fight it. Don't resist it. You know what I'm saying? The people who are meant to stay in your life, they are, and it's gonna come without struggle. I want y'all to research the Merkaba. I may even put some information on the community board for you because I don't really want to take up much more time. The longer these videos be, the harder they be to upload to YouTube, y'all. So I don't be trying to rush the situation, but at the same time, I don't want to be 3 days trying to get it uploaded to YouTube either. But yeah, that is y'all's message. I am super proud of you all, Aquarius. Hop down in the comments and share whether or not you are resonating with the message. Know that as you are severing ties with low vibrational connections, or it ain't even necessarily got to be low vibrational, but it just ain't in alignment with where you are and where you are headed. Know that you have my sincerest prayers for your strength. Is that I know that's not always easy, but it do get easier as you continue to go through these ascension processes. I ain't gonna lie. You be like, oh, another one. Like DJ Khaled, another one. It just be what it's gonna be, right? But then you also become even more grateful for those who stick around, for those who grow and elevate with you and are consistently a energetic match for you. So I hope the message found you well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. If you are needing a personal reading, feel free to reach out via my email at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the video should you have liked the video, and subscribe if you're wanting to stay abreast of what's going on with Turquoise Majesty. And until next time, y'all, peace.